Oh, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, look, we are playing Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Bottleman, as some people would call them. It's going to be a fun game. It's coming up tomorrow. Can I let you in on a secret real quick? I'm gonna let all of you in on a little secret here. So, I was planning the stream for today, and I was like, all right, I know we have a game this weekend. I don't really want to do a preview for that game. And I was like, all right, who we playing again? I realized we're playing Dortmund. I completely forgot. I think my mind is racing to just next week. I don't know. So we're playing Borussia Dortmund. They're Klassiker. Let's be real. Dortmund haven't beat us since, 2019? It's not really a derby anymore. It's just Bayern smacking up Dortmund over and over again. And that's the honest truth. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think it could be different this time. Bayern struggling in the league just slightly, but with the win at Leverkusen, we're back on track. We're playing better. And I think with the Champions League performance, the players are going to have a lot to prove. Dortmund versus Bayern is always a big stage. Dortmund are kind of in form. I don't rate Terzic. I think Terzic is just, he's a nostalgia hire. If Dortmund was smart, they would sack Terzic and bring in someone like Tuchel. I think Tuchel could definitely get a lot out of that Dortmund team. But to be honest, they beat Sevilla by 4-1, and it was a good game. But to be honest, the first half, Dortmund dominated. The second half, they gave Sevilla the ball, and that's stupid. If you want to be a top team, you have to control the game after you go up, after you're winning. So I think it's very, very fun. It's very interesting what's happening. I think Dortmund are ahead of us in the league. The club will want, the players will want to be ahead of Dortmund. That's for sure. So, look, how does Borussia Dortmund play? Because I do watch them. Terzic is more than happy to set up his team to just kind of reserve themselves, sit deeper, and that's the truth. The crazy thing is, despite them defending a little bit more under Terzic, they actually concede more goals. The question tomorrow is whether Anthony Modeste starts over Moukoko. If he does, then Terzic is just being an idiot, a fraud. Moukoko has proven himself. So against Sevilla, this beautiful skill he produced was very good. So it's whether, Dortmund start Modeste over him. If, Moukoko starts, I don't see him scoring. I don't really see De Ligt and Upamecano conceding tomorrow for some reason. But I can definitely see them having an easier time versus Anthony Modeste. That's for sure. Giovanni Reina's back, I believe. Is he? Crap. I forgot. Well, Dortmund do have a new midfielder. Ozan Kabak. Not Oskan Salih I don't know his name, man. I can't pronounce that. Yeah, Salih Oskan. Is that the dude from Stuttgart? I don't know. I know he's really good. He gives him a lot of balance. I don't rate Emre Can. I think he's just a mistake waiting to happen. So Adeyemi's back fit. He was injured. He scored against Sevilla. So, yeah, Karim Adeyemi is going to be a danger man for Dortmund, but we have Alphonso Davies, so I'm really not concerned. Guerrero. Guerrero did okay. I should have done a preview with a Dortmund fan if I knew we were playing tomorrow against Dortmund. My mind did not think for a second we were playing Dortmund anytime soon. Julian Brandt, he gets his goals. Kobel's back in the team, back from his injury. So Dortmund are getting their players back from injury. Daniel Malin's available. Their bench is going to be slightly better. Hazard's back on the bench. So Borussia Dortmund, and a little bit of luck coming to their side now. Bellingham is in form. He's their captain, which is kind of crazy to say because he's the same age as Jamal Musiala. I guess tomorrow will really be Musiala versus Bellingham. Who's the best youngster? I mean, Musiala and Bellingham played together in the England setup through the youth academy. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think Musiala has gotten the best of Bellingham every time they played versus Dortmund, of course. And this might be his chance to do it again. So, hey, I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be a game where Bayern will have the majority of the ball and Dortmund will soak up pressure and try to hit us on the counter. It depends how we start tomorrow. I think we're gonna see Musiala start. We're gonna see Sane start. We might see Gnabry start over Musiala because Jamal didn't have his best game against Victoria Pilsen, and that's probably because Nagelsmann just, I don't know, he might actually not play Musiala. No. There's no way. There's no way, boys. There's no way. But I do know Julian Nagelsmann had some things to say in his press conference. The referee for this game is apparently a Bavarian dude, Dennis Aitekin. The Dortmund director of football doesn't really care, which is good. Lucas Hernandez, there's some horrible news there. Lucas's injury is worse than we thought. Looks like he's going to be out until mid-November, which is so annoying, man. Bayern and Lucas are still optimistic that he will play the World Cup. I was hoping he'd be back next week. So he was supposed to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, but now it looks like it's going to be 8 weeks. Mid-November is long, man. He's going to miss the Barca game. He's going to miss everything. Well, whatever. Who cares, man? Who cares? Joshua Kimmich is back with the team. Manuel Neuer had a lot to say. It's special when the players come against each other. Oh, Thomas Müller still experiencing some symptoms, so he won't be in the team tomorrow. Okay, so the predicted lineup from Bild says Pavard, Upamecano, De Ligt, Davies. I don't know why Mazraoui wouldn't start, considering Nagelsmann praised him, saying he's getting better and better. Why would Pavard start there? Especially when he came off the bench and played center back. That doesn't make sense. Goretzka, Sabitzer, Sane, Musiala, Mane, Gnabry. Okay, so that's the difference. Gnabry, with Thomas Müller being out, Kimmich will start on the bench, which makes sense. I think it'd be disrespectful to the other players in the team if Kimmich just came right into starting 11 again after losing a few training sessions and being at home because of COVID and isolation. So we'll see what happens. He will be traveling with the team, and man. So Nagelsmann on Müller and Kimmich both have left their quarantines. Thomas still has a few cold symptoms, so he won't be there tomorrow. Regarding Joshua, we'll wait until training today and decide if he makes sense to travel with us to Dortmund. So Kimmich will travel, but he won't be starting. He might come on if we're losing control of the midfield, but I heavily doubt he's going to start. And I don't think it'd be a good idea. I think it'd be a bad signal if a player like Kimmich lost a few training sessions and just got into a starting 11. That would be incredibly weird and stupid. So, guys, that's the Bayern news. We have a pretty full squad. Dortmund have a lot of players back from injury, so it's a good time to play Dortmund. It's a good time for Dortmund to play Bayern because we're kind of out of form. I think Dortmund missed an opportunity to get a world-class manager in Tuchel if they don't go after him. I honestly don't believe Terzic is the guy. The way they play is just so lethargic and boring, drowsy. I am not a fan of Dortmund's style of play. I would rather watch Frankfurt play football than Borussia Dortmund. And that's me being completely honest. I don't really prefer watching Dortmund games. And why has that always been the case? I'll sit there watching Leipzig games and just having fun. Even if Leipzig are losing, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying the way their style of play. But Dortmund, man, they just play so boring. They're always going to lose to some nobodies. They lost last week. Actually, crap. I'm saying Dortmund's ahead of us in the table, but we're actually ahead of Dortmund. Yeah, dude, we're in third place. Borussia Dortmund is in fifth. So never mind. Looks like Hoffenheim are playing Werder Bremen, and it's the 80th minute. If Hoffenheim wins, they go ahead, and they're already ahead of us, but they can widen. Oh no, they're right on the same amount of points as us now. But if they won, they'd be a point above us, or 2 points above us, and then we'd have to win and be a point above them. Anyways, it's just really interesting. I mean, I shouldn't care about this, but I wonder who Freiburg's playing. Hertha Berlin on Sunday. Okay. They probably win that, right? Realistically, Berlin suck. Who's Union Berlin playing? Stuttgart. Oh, shoot. Union won in the Europa League. Wow, interesting. Is that their first win in the Europa League? Ah, Union, man. Y'all need a change. Well, yeah, so it looks like Union is playing Stuttgart. So two teams that I think Union and Freiburg will take wins from their games. And I don't know. I don't think we can just get on top of the table. I don't really want to. I think we need a competitive league. So let's take one for the team and make the league look competitive. Let's go. Lucas is a legend for that goal versus Barca. Lucas Hernandez is the only footballer on the planet that can drop a masterclass, get injured, come back, and probably ball out. So it is sad that his injury has extended. But yeah, he'll be all right. We know Lucas. He'll come back. Super sad Lewandowski is not at Bayern anymore. Who cares, man? He's out here stinking up the field in these big games. I told Barca fans this, that Lewandowski never really scores in big games. You're always going to think, oh, maybe he'll score because he just scored last week. And if he gets that chance, he'll score. And then he'll miss. Bro, it's just in big games, you have really high quality center backs that will mark him. And they will be tall. They will be fast. And that's the difference. Lewandowski he can't score in big games, man. And that's it. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. Wow. Nagelsmann is campaigning for Upamecano to be at the World Cup. And he's saying he's the most stable French central defender. Upamecano deserves his spot, man, at the French national team. I think Didier Deschamps is just not getting the best out of him. I think this back three they're playing just does not get a lot out of Upamecano. So I think he's a back two center back. He needs to be with a partner, not two partners. He can't be a wide center back. He shouldn't be a middle center back. I mean, he did it at Leipzig very well, but I think his skill set is so much better than a back three. So maybe that's how you get the most out of Upamecano, man. But, man, I'm excited. I'm intrigued to see what happens in this derby. I think Dortmund will pose a threat, a challenge. They have good players. I just don't believe in their manager, man. Dortmund fans don't even understand why I don't like Terzic. Not that I want them to improve their manager. I don't care. But I'm saying Terzic just does not have a dedicated style of play. There's no pattern to what Dortmund do. They rely on individuals to do the job for them. They only brought Terzic back because he won a Pokal, and they're like, well, he won a Pokal and he can do it again. And it's like, is he better than Marco Rosa? Maybe he identifies with the players more, but maybe he really isn't that better tactically. Or, I don't know. I just do not rate Terzic. Service as Marco. We need Lucas for Barca. We do need the Lucas Hernandez. As a Dortmund fan, I see us drawing or losing, most likely losing, sadly. Marco Reus. Injuries, man, injuries. Look, anyone remember my days on Twitter when I used to have a Twitter account? I was really on football Twitter, man. Every day I was making something about Dortmund. I was ruining Dortmund fans' lives, man. It was just crazy. But look, I think if Dortmund can't beat Bayern now, I mean, when can they beat Bayern? Because we're not technically that much in form, right? They have more wins than us this Bundesliga season. But so yeah, if they can't beat us while we have 4 wins and they have 5 wins, they just have more. It looks like Dortmund never really draws games. They just lose the games. I mean, the points we got from the 3 games we drew, Dortmund didn't get any. So they lost. We drew 3 times. They lost 3 times. We got 3 points out of that. But even if their 1 win has been removed by our 3 draws. So I think that's the main difference. Bayern will always try to get a result out of something, whereas Dortmund will just lose and bottle things. And their their defense is atrocious. Jeez. Dude, Dortmund have the worst defense in the top 5. Wow. And they don't score that many goals. Bro, that's what I'm telling you. People are going to say, but the injuries. I get it. I understand you got Haller with cancer, and you have players picking up knocks. But bro, your play style should be consistently scoring you 3 to 5 goals in a lot of the games they already played. Yes, they played Leipzig, and Leipzig scored 3 goals on them. But remove the Leipzig game. What other big team did Dortmund play? I think they already played Mainz. They played Cologne, and they took Cologne's star striker, so they should perform better. They played Leverkusen, who are conceding goals left, right, and center. So I think they probably played Bochum already. So with Dortmund's team and the players they have and the quality and the pressure that's on those players, they should be scoring more than 11 goals because, oh my gosh, they have the worst attack in the top 8. Wow, Freiburg have more goals than you. Union Berlin have more goals than you, and that's a team that parks the bus. How does Union have more goals than Dortmund? And then they have a really bad defense. This Terzic guy is just, I don't know, man. He ain't the guy for you. He's not the guy. Injuries, yeah, but I feel like, I don't know. Believe in Sadio Mane. Hello, Chico, Jacer, all the channel members. If you really want to, support the channel, support what I'm doing here on BayernNow, you can become a channel member. Yeah, it's a few dollars a month, right? A cup of coffee. But really what it does is it helps me make more content and upgrade. Like I bought FIFA because the members said I should. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of getting addicted to that crap, man. God dang it. Getting addicted to FIFA. I was playing it before this. I packed Benzema in my ultimate team. I don't play career mode. I have a half Bayern team. Literally, there's just Bayern players everywhere. I have Sané. I have David Raum left back. I'm trying to get Alphonso Davies, but he's so expensive, man. I have De Ligt at the back with Lucas Hernandez. Lucas Hernandez, his card is terrible, man. They reduce his pace. This guy's our fastest defender. But no, never mind. Davies, Upamecano. Look, he's fast. So why does he have 77 pace, and why would they reduce it from previous years? When he got better, you can argue, last season. So Lucas is in my back line. Right back, I have Mazraoui, my boy. I'm saying, yeah, come on, man. I got to represent, Midfield, I have Bellingham now. I had Djibril Sow, that guy from Frankfurt, man. So good in FIFA. He's tall, lanky, just like Pogba. If he gets it in form, he's going to be a crazy card. Now I have Bellingham, and I have, what's his name? Camavinga. And then I have Benzema. I packed Benzema on a free pack. Just so good. I didn't realize he was actually 160K. So that was a lot of coins, but he's untradeable. So I have Benzema. I have Aspas in attack. Right wing, I have Rodrigo now, and Sané left wing. Bro, I have a nice FIFA team. We'll beat them tomorrow, says Sergio. We usually do. Sané playing selfish. Are you joking? Is Sané getting criticism in the chat? This man can score 10 goals in a row. No one would actually rate. Oh my gosh, Werder Bremen just scored a last-minute winner. Penalty. That's crazy. They're in 4th now. Bro, when did Bremen... Who did they sign? They're supposed to be bottom of the table. Dude, my Bundesliga predictions are taking a huge L right now. Crap, man. Everyone I said would do well is just stinking it out. Who's Leipzig playing? They need some points, man. Mainz tomorrow, 7 a.m. Dude, we need Leipzig to win. I don't care if y'all hate me. Oh, why do you like Leipzig winning? Bro, we need competition, man. Leipzig being in 7th ain't good for this league. Look how they lost in Kunku. Now we're losing valuable players in this league. Leipzig is a development ground for Bayern, man. They got to get back up there in the Champions League spots. And now they're playing Celtic next week. So if they get 2 points or 6 points from Celtic, I think they qualify and go to the knockout rounds in their group. But then again, they have to beat Shakhtar twice. I believe, no, they already lost to Shakhtar. They have to beat Shakhtar. And I think if they can rescue a draw versus Madrid. But if they beat Shakhtar Donetsk and beat Celtic, they already qualify, I think. And Real Madrid will beat Celtic. So I think Leipzig will qualify. Next week, I did watch the game, Frankfurt versus Spurs. Very boring. I predicted that Frankfurt would win easily. They could have won, but Spurs also had a few chances. I think Frankfurt are nervous, but I think away from home with more pressure on them, they probably perform better, to be honest, with their away fans out screaming the Spurs fans in their own stadium. I think Frankfurt will. They have to win against Spurs. They really want a realistic chance. Frankfurt and Spurs are on the same points. I don't trust Frankfurt in small games, so they have to beat Spurs next week. Bundesliga teams, Dortmund obviously won against Sevilla. They have to beat Sevilla in the Signal Iduna Park. If Dortmund don't beat Sevilla there but beat them away, then it tells you that performance was a fluke. So I'm actually rooting for Dortmund in the Champions League. That's crazy to say, but I really want Dortmund to perform. I want Leipzig to get through. Imagine if all 5 Bundesliga teams, which I don't believe Leverkusen will, I think they lost, right? So they beat Atletico, but then lost to Porto. But they could still come back, man. So if Leverkusen beats Porto next week, they're in second. Atletico look like they're getting relegated. So realistically, Leverkusen could still beat Atletico Madrid, or if they have to beat Porto next week. So Xabi Alonso's first Champions League game is a big one, and they're going to have a new manager's bounce. The players are going to work harder for Xabi Alonso, and I think Leverkusen could still qualify. They're all on 3 points, so they're not really that far down. You know, luckily for them, that whole Group B is underperforming. So I think Inter-Barca, if Inter draws that game, Barca in the Europa League for sure, because Barca would have to beat Bayern and beat Pilsen. And then Inter just need, well, if Barca draw next week, they'll be on 4 points. Inter will be on 7 points. Barca would need to beat Bayern and Pilsen to qualify. Inter will play Bayern and Pilsen as well. If Inter beats Pilsen, it's like, well, okay, now they go from 7 points to 10 points. Barcelona must beat Bayern if Inter beats Pilsen. And if Barca fans think Bayern will walk in, even if we are already qualifying, we'll walk in and lose, you're out of your mind, bro. You're out of your mind. We will. Nagelsmann will be telling those players, Lewandowski left us, let's put him in the Europa League where he belongs. And I think Bayern will know that Barca will be dangerous if they qualify out of the group stages. They can be a really good team in the knockout stages. They have a lot of good players. But if we put you in the Europa League for another season, you're going to lose so much money. So our players are going to really want to kill Barca, man. They're going to want to dagger Lewandowski's heart. So, yeah, I think we'll probably go to the Camp Nou and secure a win. I'll be honest. I don't really think Barca's home stadium is this majestic fortress. We've beaten you there a lot. So I don't really think it's, anything different now. And teams beat you there all the time. Frankfurt, didn't really perform in their own stadium, went to the Camp Nou and smoked you. So, yeah. Okay. If Frankfurt win against Spurs, they will be on 7 points. But if Spurs win, then they're going to be on 7 points. So, that Group D, man, these Bundesliga teams need to help me out. They need to help me out. Oh, shoot. If Dortmund wins next week, they already qualify. Oh, I didn't even realize that. How did Sevilla and Copenhagen get 1 point? Oh, forgot. They're playing against Man City. City's just going to smoke you. City hasn't lost either, man. Man, damn it, man. A Haaland robot. It's pissing me off, dude. In my opinion, BVB is on fire. It'll be another 3-3. We'll see. What's up from the U.S.? Go Clemson Tigers. God. Ugh. Is that? Ugh. Clemson. Ugh. All right. Nagelsmann will downgrade Bayern to make it possible for other teams to compete. That's not going to happen. Nagelsmann is under pressure enough as it already is. He has no choice but to win. So, that he's not just going to let it, just win. He's Nagelsmann. He's going to try to win. And you'd be stupid to think he's just going to try to lose on purpose. We'll send Levy to Europa League. Imagine that. I think Inter will know that the narrative from that game was that they didn't really perform as well as their expectations were. I think Bayern, I don't even know what I said 10 seconds ago. What was I saying, bro? Snap out of it, George. You said something stupid. United versus Barca finally. I'm telling you, man, that UEL, Europa League, baby. UEFA Europa League. Did you see Sula against Sevilla? He's totally out of shape since he moved. I'll be honest. I think Sula's doing okay at Dortmund. I don't know if Dortmund fans will agree with me. I don't know if they had different expectations. He is their highest paid player, to be honest. So I think he's doing okay. I think, honestly, Zula could be one of the best center backs in the world with his skill set. He's good on the ball, really good on the ball. He's actually a ball-playing center back. He can literally move forward and dribble if he needed to. He can play right back. So, that tells you he's good on the ball. I think, honestly, if he just lost 20 pounds and he had that Van Dijk build, look at Niklas Zula, man. Look him up. Man, Niklas Zula versus Ricky Puig is the craziest image in football. It's his size that's an issue. And people might say, that's not fat. Yeah, no, but why are you that big as a footballer, man? You're fat, bro. Now look at Van Dijk. They're the same height almost. Sula's just slightly taller than Van Dijk. Look at Virgil van Dijk's build. He's really he's built powerfully. Sula can have a prime like Van Dijk. He can be fast, build so much pace. He doesn't have to take 10 years to be fast because he is a fast bastard. But he's fat. Why, man? Why? So, yeah, I don't know. Sula just loves, bro, why are bots in my chat, man? Sula just loves his burgers too much, probably. To even think of next stage of the CL, Barcelona has to win or draw against Bayern. But actually, if Inter win against Barca, again, that's going to be worse. I think they're already in the Europa League if that happens because they're going to be on 3 points. They could win against Bayern, but if they won against Bayern in Pilsen, they'd be on 9 points versus Inter's 9 points. But if Inter wins against Barca, they're on 9 points. They can beat Pilsen and be on 12 points. Inter Milan could just wipe out Barca but lose to Bayern twice. Inter could have 4 wins and 2 losses, both losses coming against Bayern. Barca could have, so they're in trouble, right? It wasn't ideal for them to lose to Inter. It's the group of death. Inter will know that, hey, we got to get back in form, right? The narrative from the last game is Barca just played better and they got robbed. But if Inter can stop Barcelona from playing like they did, good defense, but actually use their moments from their attack, it could be curtains for Barca. Because then when they're both on the same points, if Barca beat us, they look at head-to-head, and Inter would have won. So if Inter draws, even if they lose, it's like, Barca would have to beat Bayern still, because now you're just, rectifying the points you lost last week, but you're still on 6 points with Inter. And at that point, I think Bayern would more than willingly draw versus Inter. Honestly, we should draw versus Inter. Bro, it's funny that Barcelona's fate is kind of in our hands, because if you lose next week, you have to beat us and then hope we beat Inter and stop them. Oh, man. Your fate is in our hands, mateys. I love it. I love and I think I deserve. Where are the mods at, man? I'm seeing hella adult content on my chat, man. Wait, I think I just blocked the wrong person. Oh my gosh. Nah, man, I blocked the wrong guy. Don't worry, my man. I'm gonna unblock you, unhide user from channel. God, Viva R static. I was trying to block the porn bot and I blocked the wrong person, but you're back now. Not really. We just have to beat you both. You're not going to beat Bayern. We have not lost to you at the Camp Nou in God knows how long. Well, 2015, but it was still like a 3-2, and this was your good team. So, hey, we got to get this. So apparently, Bayern are linked to this random French winger. Of course, another French winger. I'm tired of these French players, man. Let's get this Kavicha Kalilia demon, whatever his name is. Let's get him, man. That's the guy we need. We need that demon, man. Hold on. What's his actual name? Oh, we're linked to Moses Toure. Bro, I don't care about that. Give me that Georgian dude. Because his agent actually said he would end up at Bayern. So, you know, like his agent said he'll end up at Bayern or Real Madrid. Liverpool are looking at him. I think he can be like the next Eden Hazard, where he's just unplayable. But we got to get him. His agent said, "I'm convinced that he'll end up at Bayern or Real Madrid," and that's it. That's what his agent said. Bro, let's get him, man. Let's stop playing with this guy. Let's stop playing. Varadona. Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good name. Service to you as well. Agreed to that. We got to be on the coffin nail for Barca. Once we beat them, they will end up in the Europa League, and they won't be able to pay Lewandowski's paycheck. Look, I think that's going to be fun if we were the team that did this to Barca after the smack they talked to us. Barcelona have conceded 1 goal from 4.79 XG this season. So their defense is actually outperforming a lot, it looks like, which is, that's good for them. Ter Stegen's playing well. But that means they're still conceding, or at least having chances, giving their opposite. They're giving up chances. That's what I'm trying to say. That means, hey, when we go to that Camp Nou, we're going to smoke them. I believe we will know this is what we did wrong last time. And we have a team that's getting informed. Remember, we were out of form. We had 3 draws. Everyone knew we were going to lose. All the predictors said Barca's going to win this easy. We weren't even favorites in our own stadium. So imagine when we're informed, the players and the dynamics have been rebuilt, and we're back in the basics. Watch what we do to you. Watch when Sadio Mane is actually informed. So and Mane's a big game player. Sane's a big game player. So telling y'all, boy. Whoa. What the hell? Florentino Perez is a G, man. Am I reading this correctly? He won his lawsuit against El Confidencial for leaking his private audios. And they only have to pay him €1 because he didn't want bro, he's such a G. He knew he was right. That's crazy. Florentino Perez is a G, man. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, it will be a fun game tomorrow. We will see what happens. I already told you the lineups. I think Dortmund will line up with Kobel this time. They can't risk Meyer in goal, right? He ain't that good. So they're going to line up with their best goalkeeper, of course. He's back. He's on the bench, so he has to play. I think right back, they might go with Marius Wolf, who is way better than Meunier, but that's not really a bar that's high. I think I'm better than Meunier. Actually, matter of fact, Lizzo's better than Meunier at right back. and all she'll do is stand there, and she'll block more goals than he does. So, yeah, I think they're going to line up with either Meunier or Wolf. I'm not exactly sure. Sula, Schlotterbeck back line with left back Guerrero, who's back from injury. So they have a good amount of options. I'm not sure if Emre Can will be in midfield. I would assume it'd be a smart decision for Dortmund not to play Can, because he does have the temperament to get a red card randomly. So if I was Dortmund, I'd probably just avoid Emre Can. I'd try to keep him on the bench, and Salih Özcan alongside Bellingham would be smart. And then instead of using Bellingham as an advanced player a little bit more, try to use him as maybe because he's in form, you might as well use him up there and then play Emre Can. Maybe that's it. And then Adeyemi, left wing, or their right wing. Yeah, right wing could be Togen Hazard. I'm not exactly sure who plays left wing for them. I don't, for some reason, it escapes me. I don't know if Gio Reyna is even available or in form. And then it's the striker. It's between Anthony Modeste and Youssoufa Moukoko, the young man, who's actually, Modeste is twice the age. Like Moukoko's 17, Modeste is 34. Times 2. Oh my gosh. Terzic will probably still find a way to play Modeste, though, for no reason, even though he offers nothing. I hate players like Modeste. Like, I think Giroud. I don't know why a club like Dortmund didn't get someone like Giroud. Giroud would have been better for the kind of player they would need if they didn't have Haller. But Giroud is AC Milan. Bro, that guy's still playing high-level football at the age of like 39. Bro, how old is Giroud, man? So I think, yeah, they needed someone that could hold the ball up. Modeste has no first touch. He doesn't dribble. His passing is awful. His shooting ain't that good. His movement's below average. He literally works well in a club like where did he come from? Cologne. He's good at Cologne, but not at Dortmund. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. What is that? The last time you faced Barca on their game, you lost. He's trying to say the last time we faced a Barcelona team that was good, we lost. But he's forgetting that Barcelona have always been the team. Oh, Barcelona's so good. Every time we play Barca, it's like this is they have changed. Last season, oh yeah, this isn't the same Barca you beat. We have revenge. And it's like, all right, cool. You are on 3 points after 3 match days in the Champions League. You ain't, look, I don't care if you say you're out of luck. You can't be out of luck this much. You are a world-class team against Pilsen. World-class teams beat Inter Milan at the San Siro, and we did that. We're playing you in your stadium. You have no excuse, and we'll probably smoke you there too. We'll see what happens. Thank you everyone so much for watching. No spamming, please. Come on, man. Thank you everyone so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Watch along. Notifications on. Mia Samia, and peace. My favorite USA player. I don't even watch our national team, man. I prefer to avoid that. I'm being honest. I don't watch it. Chris Richards, because he played for Bayern. I don't know. Is Taylor Booth getting in the team now? Unfortunately, he's no longer at Bayern. He's in the Eredivisie. Was he on loan? No, they bought him like free. It was a free transfer. God, man, we just lost Taylor Booth like that. I mean, he wasn't really that good. He was okay. Dang it, man. We all thought he was going to be the next Kimmich. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Any player that played for Bayern, I like them. You know what? I'm no longer American. I'm Canadian. Alphonso Davies is my favorite player. Canada, baby. Canada. Maples. Igloos. Snow. I don't know. Mia, send me and peace.